Everyone knows that high pressure coolant is of tremendous value when drilling holes. Now you can realize the same amazing increase in productivity with your turning applications. Check out this simple roughing operation. The application on the left is using 1000 psi high pressure through the tool coolant and runs 50% faster than the same process on the right. What's more, the high pressure application is also taking a 37% greater depth of cut, resulting in a much higher rate of metal removal. 1000 psi high pressure coolant flows through the tool and is directed right at the tip of the insert thanks to SECO's new Jetstream tooling. By providing a localized force of 1000 psi at the point of cut, the vapor barrier is eliminated and the coolant is actually able to remove the heat from the process, allowing much greater feeds and speeds while at the same time increasing your tool life. The proper application of 1000 psi high pressure coolant gives you much smaller, more manageable chips. The removal of heat from this process is evidenced in the fact that the metal chips are no longer turning blue. Instead, the color of the chips remain the same as the material being cut. Finishing operations can also benefit with the addition of 1000 psi high pressure coolant. The finishing application on the left runs twice as fast as a standard finishing application. In addition, because the chips now are smaller stringers, they are more manageable. They do not get caught on the tool and the part ends up with a much greater surface finish. Now let's add some grooves to our part on the left. 1000 psi high pressure coolant allows this groover to operate twice as fast as the other. Again, you can see the smaller, more manageable chips which quickly are evacuated from the point of cut. Now let's compare the chips that were made. As for the roughing operation, take notice in the color of these chips. You can see the chips on the right, which were created without the use of high pressure coolant, are blue as a result of the high temperatures that were being created at the point of cut. Those chips on the left, on the other hand, are exactly the same color as the original material, as high pressure coolant removes the heat generated at that point of cut. Now it's time to take a look at the finishing operation chips, and here you'll notice the stringers made with the high pressure coolant on the left are small and manageable compared to those stringers on the right. And finally, when looking at the grooving operation, you'll notice that when using high pressure coolant, we ended up with tight little watch springs, as opposed to, well, that other mess. In addition to faster feeds and speeds, 1000 psi high pressure coolant gives you the benefits of better chip management. You will no longer see chips wrap around your parts. You will no longer see chips wrap around your tools. And don't forget, you'll see much better surface finishes when using 1000 psi high pressure coolant. Oh, and one last minor benefit that might interest you. If you are making this part on a daily basis, 1000 psi high pressure coolant will give you a cycle time of 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Compare that to 3 minutes and 9 seconds the other way. That's 50% more parts at the end of your shift. Your return on investment occurs in only 60 days. Assuming you had 60-day payment terms, Chip Blaster can install your unit and you can make enough money to pay for it before the invoice even becomes due. What's more, every 60 days after that, you'll make an additional $15,000 in profit.